That much cuteness is a weapon. We have an old English sheepdog puppy. Hello. Hello, sweetie. We're going to come and say hi. And we're going to work with you. So the associations with dogs, right? Even when we're not training them, they're learning. Right?
Yeah.
They're always learning.
Yeah.
So the way it works with dogs in the most simplistic way is they understand yeses and nos, ones and zeros basically, right? So yeses and nos, this felt good, this didn't, this got me what I wanted, this didn't, and so on, right? So every time the dog jumps up like this, if I'm like, it's hard for me as a human, you're so freaking adorable, I want to pet you, right? But she goes down like this, and now she gets the pets, right? So basically, anytime she jumps up like this, if I just didn't do anything, no attention, nothing, right? And then when she gets down, that's when she gets attention. She'll start connecting the dots. They're great pattern solvers, right? And because they're great pattern solvers, they'll understand, they'll start connecting dots. Oh, when I jump up, nothing happens. And she's a puppy, so she's going to regardless, and it's because she gets excited. But it still helps with creating these boundaries and rules, and we just stay consistent with it, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that right, sweetie? So she does that. I'll back away a little bit. Perfect. Come down. I'll pet her a little bit. That's perfect, right? So, can I let her out?
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. Come here. Look, you're free. Oh, hi. So as far as a reward marker goes, right? It's basically like clicker training, right? So we have to use the reward marker right before we give the reward. So that way she associates the sound with the reward.
Oh, okay.
So basically what it does is it allows us to mark a point in time, right? A lot more effectively than just giving a treat.
So sound first.
Sound first. It has to be first. It can't be at the exact same time or after. So that way they can associate and pair the two up.
Okay.
So, Piggy, sit. Yes. Ooh.
Yeah, good. I've been doing that instinctively.
Yeah.
Like I go like, yay!
Yeah, yay, yes,
then,
whatever it is. And as long as it's the same style of sound, like when I'm going to use the yes, 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 like that every time, we're loading that so that way, even when we don't have a treat, she's already associated the two together, so it's already rewarding for her. She gets the same emotions from it. And as long as every so often we do use that word and give her a treat, then it keeps it loaded.
Yeah.
And then it lets us mark a point in time a lot more effectively than fumbling with a treat to try to give it to her at the exact right time.
Yeah.
Pig, sit. Yes. Perfect. Sure, and if she needs to pee, then we can immediately go outside. We don't punish for pottying inside, obviously.
I don't do that.
Yeah, because
I think it's just like the
Piggy
affirmation outside.
Yes.
And ignore when she does it inside because
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and that's the biggest thing is what a lot of people get wrong with the potty training thing is that they do the punishment inside and then they might reward outside, so that's great, the rewarding outside. Again, dogs are not really good at picking up on certain things, right? The pattern has to, we can't gamble what they're gonna associate, right? So if I punish them for peeing inside or pooping inside, right? They could realize, oh, I'm not supposed to go inside, but likely they're gonna think that you just don't wanna see it. You just don't wanna see it, right? So which is gonna make, if you're outside with them, they're not gonna potty outside either because you're around watching them and they'll get really good at hiding them inside. Hey, Piggy. Yes. Perfect. Okay, awesome. So, come here,
I just started training her on leash, so she's sort of familiar.
Awesome. So I'm going to use a slip leash with her. I'm not going to have to use a lot of pressure. But slip leashes are very, very good at teaching a dog what pressure is. And then you can easily switch it to a flat leash. Obviously, it's a puppy, so a flat collar or whatever would be easy for her.
Flat collar is just the collar?
Yeah, just a regular collar instead of like a prong or a martingale and things like that.
Hey,
Piggy! Come here. Come here. Perfect. Hi. Yes.
she loves to play with her food.
Oh, that's fun.
I have to buy puzzles because otherwise she won't eat.
Yeah.
Like play
Oh, the
puzzles.
puzzle. Well, that's great for mental stimulation too.
Yes, I'm like, okay.
Sit. Yes. Piggy, come. Yes. And so to solidify recall, for instance, if I use a leash, I'm going to first use a leash like this, eventually switch it to a long line, and then eventually you can actually have her off leash, right? But what it is again is pressure. So we want to teach her that like whenever we have commands, like I believe that recall is this big safety command. If the dog bolts out the door or anything, it's a huge safety thing. We want her to stop and come back, right?
Yeah.
And so with that said, it's good for her to understand that when you come back, you get rewarded. If you blow off the recall, if I don't have anything in play to correct any type of behavior for blowing off, then my words mean nothing to her, right? So that's why I like to start off utilizing a line for all these things, so that way I can, move her space, do corrections, like corrections with her, so that way she can understand that, hey, whenever I don't do the thing, I'm forced to, basically, right? And so, and obviously when we talk about force with a puppy, it's not extreme force, but it allows her to realize that either I'm dragged to come back or I come back and get a reward. So it makes her, from her experiences, allows her to make the right decisions, right, based on experiences. Again, yeses and nos, good as bad, so on. They understand that very well.
The few things that.
And there's a little pressure.
Yes.
And the pressure comes off when she comes, right?
Yeah.
So that would be considered what negative reinforcement is. And negative reinforcement is there's a constant pressure and she has to do something to turn that pressure off. And by turning it off, it's going to increase her likelihood of doing that behavior.
Yeah.
Come. Yes. Sit. Pressure off. She's sat. And give her a treat. Come. Yes.
What I've been doing is the one thing that they call sitting the dog.
Mm-hmm.
Just basically just have her with a relatively short leash.
Mhm.
She learns to just, pressure off when she sits or lays down.
Correct, yes, and you absolutely can do it. It's always going to be best for puppies specifically, even adult dogs, any dog, reward-based methods to lure, capture, whatever you're going to do for the behavior, so that way they're excited to do it, right? We want them to be excited to perform. However, utilizing the pressure solidifies the behavior. So once the dog, like for instance, your dog knows sit already, right? So you've trained the sit, you use the rewards and stuff. Now the dog knows sit. Now we're going to solidify the sit with pressure, right? Which is going to make her 100%, okay, every time you say sit, I'm definitely doing it, right?
Yeah.
Because I get rewarded, or I have to turn up pressure, whatever it is, she makes the best decision possible.
Okay.
Come. So you see that she laid there, she didn't come immediately, and so I added pressure. I first let her make a decision, and I didn't give her a long time, but I still let her make a decision. She decided to lay there, and so I added pressure, and she immediately realized, okay, pressure, I want to turn it off. I came forward, the pressure's off. Come. That time, no pressure. So another thing, you were wanting to know what not to do. Right, and I think that's the biggest thing with puppies, what not to do, right? So we got to remember that all dogs are going to have stresses, right? And them learning to decompress, them learning to be allowed to escape certain things is completely appropriate, right? So for instance, let's say you have a house party or something, like you get together and it's just really, really intense for her, very stressful, right? Yes, she can walk around, do her own thing, but the constant, like, let's say people are like, come here, don't leave yet, let me pet you and stuff. If she wants to walk away and go in another room, let her walk away and go in another room. She's decompressing on her own, and the only way to reinforce her capabilities of decompressing on her own is allowing her to do that.
Yeah, so she can trust that we're not going to impose.
Correct. Come. Yes. Good girl. Yes. Sit. So another big thing as well is now she's sitting. Let's see if she gets up on her own. So up, sit. There we go. And then that. So what I'm doing right now is I'm utilizing upwards pressure when she gets up. and she's gonna try to figure out a way to escape it. I'm not putting a lot. Oh, did you swallow that wrong? Come here. Sit. And I just gave her the command there just so she kind of understands, because right there, she doesn't understand the pressure yet and what I'm asking.
Yeah.
And so I gave her a little bit to try to figure it out. When she couldn't figure it out, I went ahead and gave her the command to kind of help her with the figuring. Sit. Sit. There you go. Yes. Yeah, we're still here in the right spot. Perfect. Let me just slide this down so it stays there. Come. Yes. Sit. Yes. Come. So now I'm adding extra in there to see if she's going to perform without me driving her.
Yeah.
Come. Yes.
So right now you're not applying any pressure?
No, no, right now I'm not. The only pressure is when she gets to the end of the leash right now. Sit. Yes. And then what I'm going to do again is I'm going to wait. She's anticipating another reward. I put pressure, she sat, pressure gone, and give her the reward, right? Pressure off immediately when her butt hits the ground, and then I give her that reward so she knows that's what I want with the pressure.
Okay.
A lot of times, training doesn't have to come with commands. Commands are important stuff when we're trying to command, right? But when it comes to different environmental factors, right? I don't need to have to constantly give dogs commands when we can teach the dog, to make the right decisions, right? So like an example would be if you're on a walk, right? Why would you have to constantly tell the dog to leave it or no and things like that when we can teach the dog, utilizing different pressures that whenever they do that behavior, it's not the best outcome. They don't like it, and then they do like it when the other outcomes are there, right?
Okay.
And so that way, your walks are nice, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to keep telling dogs no all the time. And that's the biggest thing is I like to set rules and make sure the rules are clear, so that way I don't have to constantly tell dogs no.
Yeah.
Because telling dogs yes is so much more fun.
Yeah. And there's so many distractions.
Sit. And right there, what I'm trying to do as well is, if you notice I'm changing it up, I directed her body next to me. And most people will heel on the left side specifically because of how you tend to walk on sidewalk roads and things like that. If you're walking on the left side of the road, the dog on the left side is not in the middle of the street, right? So, and same with walking on sidewalks, the way you walk, with people tends to be the opposite of them, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm going to try to teach her whenever she sits, instead of sitting in front of me every time, because she'll end up picking on a pattern that every time I get a treat from you, it doesn't matter. I could be sitting over there, but when you come to give me a treat or whatever, I'm going to immediately move in front of you. You don't want that, right?
Yeah.
So teaching her how to do the command in different spots and then hold it in those spots are going to be very valuable.
We have a cat now, so.
Come here. Come. Yes. Come.
I brought her nose taking over your favorite spot. Okay? It's okay.
Sit. There you go, girl. Up. Come here. Come here. Sit. Yes. Sit. Perfect. So I'm trying to teach her pressure on and off right now, so that way she really understands what the pressure means,
Okay.
how to remove it. Come here. Sit. Sit. That's fine. You drop your little piece. It's like I dropped it.
I sometimes wonder if she does it on purpose because she likes to play with it.
Come. Sit. Yes. So if you saw what I did there, I didn't really add any pressure. I just had it ready in case I needed to add pressure. But what I want to do
So she associates which side?
And not even associated with side, this is gonna be duration. I want it because a lot of dogs, what they'll do is whenever you get up to move, if they're in a command, they're gonna get up on their own and move with you, right? So I wanna see if I can move around her without her getting up.
Come. Sit. Come. Sit.
She's like, I'm still chewing, I'm gonna let it go for a minute, let her finish chewing.
Yeah, she's not sure. Sit. Sit.
There we go. Perfect. And I'm trying not to repeat the command as much as possible. If I'm always on repeat, then the word means nothing. Right?
Gotcha.
So I tried to say it once. If she didn't pay attention at all, I might say it again. If she did pay attention, I'll let it wait about 30 seconds before I say the command again to give her time to think about it.
Sit.
Pressure on. Go. So before we open the door,
Okay.
I would definitely make sure your rules are consistent,
Okay.
right? From the get-go, so that way she understands, right? So the rule is, we don't just run outdoors. We're told we're allowed to go when we're allowed to go,
Okay.
right? And so the easiest way to do this is if I start walking, she didn't come, that's great. We need to go. Cool, so, and eventually she'll get more and more excited to go outside the more you go out there with her.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just want her to go this way. Bring her back, close the door. And I don't have to say anything right now, right? I could say wait, but I don't want to have to. Down. Yes, good girl. Okay. She tries to go out on her own, close that door. And it doesn't have to be every single time. Right now, as a puppy, we want to take baby steps. Right?
Yeah.
So. Yes, come on. So since she waited that time, we're gonna allow her to come outside.
Okay. She's never been like that outside, so.
Perfect. All right. So as far as leash walking goes, she doesn't know what to expect, what to do. Right now, anytime she engages with me, and engagement means looking up at me. You don't have to do any commands or anything. It's just looking up at you because we want to promote her engagement, right?
Okay.
And now as far as pulling goes, when she pulls to the end, I didn't really do anything there. She corrects herself, she pulls to the end. These are called 360s or back and forth,
Okay.
right? So you don't have to say anything at all. But what's going to happen is she's excited to run around and see the world, right? Smell, stimulation, everything's everywhere. But what we wanted to do is her to realize that when she runs off on her own towards the end, and I can anticipate it already, she's not going to want to get yanked by the collar or the leash, right? And so just by me turning around and going in a different direction, without even saying anything at all to her, she's going to start really focusing on where I want to go, right? And then what happens as well is I also dictate when she gets to stop and sniff around.
Come.
Yes. And then now, I think she may have to go potty. Come here.
Yeah. And actually will know how to park.
This way. So right now she's trying to figure out how to turn that off. So I'm going to give her a little help. And the help I gave her was I pulled it a little bit, loosened it up, pulled it a little bit, loosened it up, just to get her closer to me. So that way she understands to turn off pressure. This way. This way. Yes. This way. Yes.
I think that's
Now she's getting there. Training is mentally exhausting. Come on. Come on. Yes. Good girl. Come. Yes. Good. Come.
No.
Oh.
She's not getting them anymore.
Okay. Piggy. Piggy, 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 come here. Come here, little good girl. Yes, little good girl. Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? Oh, now we're in the play mood. Yay. Woo. Perfect. You want to go back inside?